Good afternoon, everyone. It's the 1st of August here, and it's the horse's birthday here in Australia. I don't know if it is all the world around, but it is here in Australia. My grandkids, I used to tell them when they were little that today was the horse's birthday. So they always say, Grandma, you always said that. So just to keep up the tradition. Today I'm going to be using this set here. It's on page 28-29 of the catalogue, and it's called Frames and Flowers. Now, when I was on stage back in Melbourne a few months ago, I was gifted this in the Prize Patrol, and it's been sitting on my shelf since then, and I thought this would be perfect. I don't have the stamp set, but I've got this here, and I wanted to use it. So I just wanted to show you what this is the 12 by 12 paper. So it's got that side and that side. It's got this one, which has just that side, and this one, which I've used a little bit of today, which has got that petal pink, I think it is, that side. Could be Calypso Coral too, as well. So those are the things. There also is what they call ephemera with it, or die cuts. So I find that they keep falling out of the 12 by 12 sheet, even though they're in, because they're only just slightly attached. So I bought a takeaway container, a square one, because they fit really nicely in this, and I've just put them in here. So you've got ones like this, 4 pieces, die cuts. You've even got pre-prepared like a wreath type thing. Lots of different ones. Pretty one there, another full one, and there are some little mini flowers as well. And there's actually somewhere down in here, there's a wreath. This is how they come, if I can get this one out, like this. And I often find they start to disconnect, and it's much easier if you can keep them in something like this. So that's like a wreath that you could use, and there's another wreath. They're really pretty. So that's what I do with my, what they call ephemera. And today we're going to do 4 very quick cards with this. We've got this and this, and this, and this one. Okay, now I've pre-prepared everything just to make it really quick. I'm going to start with this top middle one. So let's get that one together, and I find everything I need for it, which is in this little bag. Pre-prepared it at the beginning of the week. So okay, so on the front, what I've done is I don't know if you can see that, but I've got like a frame around this and a frame around this, and it's on a white background, and then inside I have this here. So make a beautiful sympathy card, or even if someone was sick, you're in my heart and prayers, and I'll talk about the sentiments as well a little later. But let me show you how I did this. Okay, so I've got all my little pieces here, plus my embellishments and so on. So I thought I'd show you very, very quickly how I scored this card. You can hardly see it. It's a bit hard to see. Oh yeah, you can see it a little bit there if I hold it up close. It just it's a bit difficult to see, but what I have is the Simply Scoring Tool. I'm just going to grab it and put it up here on the table for a moment. It's this thing. Now, you can buy the metric plate for it. It comes with the inches, and then because we work mainly in centimeters, we've got the metric plate as well. But I wanted to show you what I did. It's very, very simple. Okay. It comes with its own scoring tool. I push this up against the side. This is a little scoring tool that comes with it. And I scored this card at 3 inches from the end. And I did 7 scores. So there's my first one, and they're all about 1/8 of an inch apart. Second one, third one, fourth one. I'll just do 5 for this one. There we go, and they're all evenly spaced 1/8 of an inch apart. It does a beautiful effect on the card. And this is so easy. I could use my cutter, but this one, you've got those nice deep grooves and you can push down on them, and I think it does a really good job. So I recommend getting one of these Simply Scored tools, because it's very, very useful. And sometimes I don't use it enough. There we go. I'm going to pop it down in here. So that's how I scored it. So you could put them at whatever width you got. So I've got here the white piece that I've scored. I've got a piece of Lost Lagoon, a piece of Petal Pink, and then a base of Pretty Peacock. And inside I've scored 3 lines on the inside one. Okay, so I will use that on the inside. So the first thing I'm going to do is to put these 3 layers together. Okay, so I'll put, I'll leave that for a second. I'll put the Lost Lagoon on the Petal Pink. There we go. And it's just a little bit smaller so that we've got a really nice little border right around it. And then I'm going to add this one to the top, the white. Because I can do that. This point, and it's going to sit on top of the Lost Lagoon. So it ends up being 3 layers on the top. And then I'm going to put this all on the base. Using my stamp and seal, and put it on the base. You get a beautiful effect, actually. I could have made my card just like this and just put that on. I have thought about doing that, pardon me, but I decided that I'd add to it. So what I've done is I've cut out a piece. I've used the rectangular, what do they call them, rectangular stitch framelits, which are not current anymore, but I really do hope they bring those back, because what you do is you cut out, you get 2 of the sizes next to each other, that one and that one. You put them inside each other, like that. Lay them down on your cardstock, and tape them in place, and just run them through your machine, and you end up with a beautiful frame, say like this or like this. Okay, that's what they look like. Or you can get the one that I have is this one, which is in between those sizes. So you could actually do lots of frames at the one time. You could put them all inside each other like this, like so, and cut out lots and lots, see, at the one time. So get them all sitting in, nested inside each other, and you can do that. So I'm going to use this one and this one today. Okay. Oh, pardon me, my nose is dripping today. It's been a really cold, overcast day. Pardon me. And everybody's sneezing and everybody's sick. So yeah, not much fun. Now I've got another piece of basic white, which I have run through the painted texture embossing folder. It gives a beautiful almost like a painted effect on it. And again, it's hard to see with the light, but that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to put the frame on top of it. So I'm going to do that first. So I'm going to turn the frame over. And I've got my little glue mini fine tip glue thing. It was not really fine tip, but well, I suppose it is. It doesn't have a metal fine tip, but it has. Oh yes, it does have a metal fine tip. What am I talking about? It's great for doing this. And then I'm going to turn it over, and I'm going to just place it on top of the other piece, like that. So it frames it. It's always hard to see with white and white, but that's what's happening. And then I'm going to get this, and I'm going to put it in the middle like that. So let me turn that over. Put a bit of glue in the back of it. And, whoops. There we go. So that's one of the frames done. That will go there. The other frame, I just stamped "You're in my heart and prayers," and that came from, which one was it? So Sincere, I believe, was the stamp set that I used. Just hiding one of my... Yes, this one here, So Sincere, "You're in my heart and prayers. Hope you're feeling better soon. Hope your day is a happy one. Be grateful for what you have. Be proud of who you are. Just for you, so very proud of you. Happy birthday. So thankful for you. Your kindness is appreciated. Just love spending time with you. Knowing you brings joy to my heart." Beautiful, beautiful sentiments on that. So I stamped that in Pretty Peacock, and then I'm just going to put a frame on it, the same as I did with the other one. So I'll get my glue again. Just run it around the back of the frame. This way you don't get too much glue. I find that if you're using the bottle, it can sometimes you can get too much. So put it on the back card. There we go. Okay, and that's going to go up there. Okay, so let's turn these over. We've almost finished it already. Isn't that fantastic? These are my mini dimensionals. I've used all the middle ones, so now I'm on the side ones. And have I cut these ones? I have cut the side ones here. It's a really good idea to use the edges as well, because they're just as good as the center bits. I'm going to put one in the middle. I'm going to put the other ones on as well. 2, 3, 4. Okay, now take the backing off. It's the kind of day that you like outside, that you'd like to just sit down with a book and chill out. That's going in there, like that. And I'll do this one. And it's such an effective card because it just comes up really nicely. Whoops, I've got a bit of dust on that. I'm going to put that there. You're in my heart and prayers. And then I've got the Bloomin' Pearls, it's called. They are Pretty Peacock, Garden Green, Petal Pink and Gold. So I've been using, I think I used these ones, the Pretty Peacock ones on this. So I used 3 at the bottom, one there, just making sure it's sort of on the same level. Sometimes you have to push them around a little bit. And one more there. And that's the front of our card made. Okay, I'll just set those back over there so I can find them. Now for the inside of the card, the moment is blank. I have a piece of white cardstock with the 3 lines that I've scored at the bottom, and I've got one of these die cuts, and all I'm going to do is glue that on with a little bit of the multi-purpose glue. Just to add a little bit of colour to the inside. There we go. Turn the whole thing over. Put some there we go. And just looking at the front of my card, I'm going to put that in there. Okay, so that's the first card complete. Just a very pretty, very simple card, that one. Okay, next card. I might do this one next. Okay, this one I used some of the DSP for it. Let's pull everything out that we need. And where did I put the card? Here we go. I have these on my blog if you want to read a little bit more about them. In this one I used garden green, granny apple green, and soft sea foam, and this is the card I made. Really, really simple. Okay, so I've got my base. Okay, I've run it through embossing folder with the basics embossing folders. This one's called Cross Hatch. It's got like a cross hatch design on the front, just to give it some texture. And it's going on the front of my card. Just like that. And then I've cut a piece of granny apple green. And what I need to do is, since I've made that smaller, I want to make this smaller as well, so I'm going to get my trimmer and I'm going to cut this 14.3 instead of the full length, because I made that length. Okay, I'm going to turn this over, and you'll notice I haven't cut this one yet, but I will. Put some tape runner down the back, just a little bit there, and I'm going to set it right in the center of this piece of cardstock. Try again. I've got a little bit over the edge, and I've got my scissors here, and I'm just going to cut that bit off like so. Okay, now I'm going to lay this on the card like that. There we go, that's the first part of it. Now here I have, these frames are called Unbounded Love, and they're absolutely beautiful. They come with the Unbounded Beauty set, and there are lots of different kinds of frames. There are ovals, fancy rectangles, circles, and so on. I'm using this one for that. So what I did was I cut out the frame first. You just use that particular die, and you cut it out and you get this beautiful frame here. Okay, now I wanted to make good use of these beautiful lace sleeves that we've got. You can see them there, showing through the card. So with the bit that I cut out, it would normally fit inside like so, but I wanted it just teeny little bit bigger. So I got my die and I turned it over and I traced around this edge and then freehand cut it. So let me get this. I'm going to add this to it. So all I'm going to do is get my glue. This is a really fine frame, so it's a little bit tricky to get this on, and I'm just doing this edge here, just a little bit along there and along here, and a little bit along there. Excuse me for concentrating. So hold the frame like that, and I've stamped "So Thankful for You" on it, and then I'm going to set this on top. Like so. So we end up with a frame like that. Okay. All I did with this then was, because it's slightly smaller than the front of the frame, put just some tape on the back like that, and got it and put it on my card so that these here are showing. And then what I did was I got a little bit of the glue and just dotted a few places by lifting it up a little bit. Down the middle and a little bit at that point, and then I pushed it on like so, and that's the front of the card done. Very simple. Inside I got a piece of white cardstock like this, and I got a strip of the DSP. My brain's sort of objecting this afternoon. Forgetting my words. Here we go. Put it on along one side. Turn that over. Add some this on the inside, and we have card number 2. Really pretty little card. Very simple. Next one I'm going to do, I'll do this one next. Okay, this is one of the die cuts that they have, this one here. You can see that it uses the same leaves as these, and what I've done is, there's only one of that particular one. There are other different ones I could have used, but I wanted that sort of subtle background. So what I used, the same DSP as that one, and let's pull it out. Got some really lovely ribbon as well here. So I have a little bit of hairy soft seafoam, and this is going to sit on top of it. Okay, so I think I need a new blade on my cutter by the look of it. There we go. Move that over there, and I'm going to put this on my soft seafoam. So, okay, now this is actually going to go on the card, the gangrene base. So I'm going to put it about, I think about there. Okay, so it's the other side of the DSP. I'm just going to place it, oh, I think about there will do. Now, I've got this ribbon. This ribbon is called Petal Pink and White Diagonal Trim, and it's got this beautiful diagonal stitching on it. It looks really pretty. So I'm going to use the white on this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add it to the front of the card here and just put it round like that. Okay, so to be able to do that, I'll put some tape in the back. Okay, and I'll get my ribbon. You'll see that there is a shiny side and a less shiny side. And just put it on like that. And I might even cut that little edge off when I find my scissors on the table here. So I don't need it to be quite so long. There we go. Put that there. And this is just going to go on the center of the front of the card, like so. Okay, card's almost finished. As I said, very simple. Now, I use these die cuts again. There are two of these rectangular ones. There is this one, and there is this one. I'm going to get them both out because I want to show you what I did with them. Okay, so basically, if you use this one with the dots inside it, you get to cut this out. Okay, I'll be using that one in the next card, so just wanted to show you. I stamped Hope You're Feeling Better Soon, and I think that one is from the same set. I think it's from the So Sincere set. So what I did was I added some dimensionals to the back. Just add 4, one in each corner. I apologize for doing a lot of this in advance, but it takes an awful lot of time. Well, not an awful lot, but it really adds to the length of the video. And I'd rather show you what you can do. So there we go, and that's on. And then I got my Pretty Peacock Blooming Pearls again. You see, I really like the Pretty Peacock ones. You could even, no, actually, I'm going to use the garden green ones in this one because it's the same color as that, okay? Put one there. One up there. And another one there. So you see, you can use even that color. That's the garden green ones. And when I use this one, you can see it's a smaller size. I think it's a US size, whereas I made this one the full size. That we make it like 14.99. So that's this is 14.3, and this would probably be 13.8. So inside. So that's the card I've made with that. Card number 3. Now my last card today, and I really love this one. First thing I did when I was making these cards was I got the DSP out and I got all the colors that go with the DSP, and I looked at them all. You can see that you could even use this. That's the color of the flowers. And I just got those all out and I looked at them and worked out what I thought I could use. Now, these tiny little die cuts, sometimes you wonder what to do with them, and I thought this was a good use of them. So what I've done is I've got get all of this out again, my Pretty Peacock. You can see I like the Pretty Peacock. You know, this was around before, but I don't know, the colours this time that go with it are just amazing. So got my base, I've got my Petal Pink, and Petal Pink goes really great with the Pretty Peacock. I've embossed this in exposed bricks, So that's going to go on like that on top of that, but I'm not going to do that yet, okay? So I'll leave that over there, and I'll set that here. I'm going to make up, this is my inside. I've got my flowers here. I'll fix this for the inside actually first, and then I think I might put it on this side. Normally I don't, but this is actually a part of a bigger flower, but I've cut it down to fit for this. Which you can do easily. Pop that on there. Go. And I'm going to put that on the inside of the card now. And our inside is complete then. There we go. The inside of the card. Now, remember I talked to you about this other frame? When you use this frame, you get this lovely little embossed, it's actually embossed down the middle, got a little line around it, and you cut that out with it, okay? So it cuts that out and it leaves the inside as well, which you could use as well. And then I used the other one, this one, to cut out 3 white pieces. After I cut them out, I think I cut out 4 just for fun. I embossed them with the exposed brick, which is the same as the petal pink. Okay, so what I'm going to do, just set that over there for a moment, is I've got 1, 2, 3. Okay, and I am going to, I think I might put these on first. Yeah, I think I might put these on first, and then I'll put the frame on afterwards. A little bit of glue on the leaves. Put that one there. Okay, so it sort of sits there. And we've got this one, it's got a bit of pretty pink, petal pink, and it's like a granny apple green, old olive. Oh, I don't know what it is, but it's really quite pretty. And it's almost like gum nuts, I think. I went out walking the other day because I wanted to take some pictures of these, which are on my blog, and I was looking for, sometimes here in the Australian bush you can get the gum trees sometimes have a pinky tinge to them, but I think it's the wrong time of year for it. So I've got that one, and I've got one more here, this one, and I'm going to put it on that one. So let's do that. Put them all in place first. This is a great way to use up these. You could use them in scrapbooking as well. I mean, that would work as well. Then I've got my frames. And the reason I put these on first was that they're quite, you know, they're about the size. So what I'm going to turn this over and put some glue right down the frame. On the bottom, up the side, and the top, and around here. Okay. Turn it over and set it, and it fits beautifully on top of that other die. See how it just fits perfectly. I wanted to do it in petal pink because I thought it ties it in with the background, so that will go there. Let's do 2 more. try this one. My fingers are sticking to the glue. There we go. Frame number 2. On that side of that one. That one. And then my third frame. Working in threes. Here we go, around here. Turn it around and do across the top. Turn it over. And this one just covers a little bit of the die cut, as you will see. The other thing about the multi-purpose glue is you can move it a little bit to get it in place. So I just want it over a little bit like that. So you can see the bottom of this die cut is underneath the frame. Okay, so that's my three features on the front. I'm going to turn them over. And I'm going to use some mini dimensionals on the back. Do that before I put the ribbon on. And I might cut some more here. Oh, these are cut. These ones, that's good. One there. One there. I'm not sure if anybody's listening this afternoon. Maybe you're all very busy. We were a few minutes late in starting because my mother-in-law is in hospital at the moment, and my husband went up to see her, and we just got back before we started. So I've got the dimensionals on that. Okay, so I'm going to put these on first. So I thought this one was good in the middle. I'll show you what I did. If I do it the other way around, if I put the pink one on the right, doesn't matter, and that one's going there. And the reason I chose these two outside ones, they've got a touch of the petal pink in them. So let's, I think I might put the middle one on first. Let's check where the middle is. Approximately right there. All right. 2, 3, 4. And I'll just get that in place. And I'll set that about there. There we go. Now I'll do this one. Sometimes I do the outside ones and put the middle one on last, but at this time I did it this way. And the last one. And that one will go on this side. Using the exposed brick one is actually quite a good idea because it's got like this line across it, and you can see. I just want to straighten that one up a little bit. Just looks a little bit crooked to me. I'll lift up that side too. That's better. Okay. Now, I have 2 pieces of ribbon. I thought about just putting the petal pink on it, but I thought it fades away. So I thought if I get, these are the two ribbons that we've got, get them and layer them like that, we get a really nice effect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this over. I'm going for starting to run out of in this one. brought another one in with me because I thought that might happen. Okay, so I'll put the pink one on first, and I want to put it about halfway up, maybe about bring it down a little bit, like that side, and I wanted to keep it nice and taut, and it doesn't want to stick on this side because I don't have quite enough glue in that corner. Okay, let's try that and see. I think that might be better. Trim that pink edge off because you don't need that all along the back. These are not my best ribbon scissors, so I'm not cutting very well today. Pop it on, back on, and it's going to come off again. There we go. It's it is being stubborn, isn't it? Put more glue in that corner so that it's got something to stick to. Move it up a little bit so it's straight. Just not happy that it was quite straight. That's better. And then I've got my white one, and I'm going to layer that just over the edge of the white of the pink one, like so. It's probably the trickiest bit I've done all day. Partly because my fingers are sticky and they don't want to cooperate with this. Let's try that. There we go. We're still having difficulties. Let's get that there. Bring it down a tiny little bit so it's just over the edge of the pink one. There we go. Now, I might leave that as is, and I'm going to just put a little bit of tape on top of that, just to make sure that it's going to stick. Got my base, place it in the center of the front. And then I've made a sentiment, and I've used another one of the dies, this one here, which is really lovely too. So I've used that one for this sentiment. I stamped the sentiment in Pretty Peacock, and then I cut it out with the die, and I'm going to use my dimensionals again. On the back, I'll use one there, one in the middle, and one on the other side. Now, because this here is going to have this on, I'm going to just put a little bit of glue here, get it to run, so it just can hold the ribbon in place a little bit. Because this one too. That's better. And then I'm going to put this on. There we go, and it says, "I appreciate you." And that is going on there, like so. And then I've got my ribbon pearls again, and I'm going to use the pink ones, the little pink ones. I'm going to add 3 of these to this. I think I'll put one there, one up there, just to tie the whole thing in, and this one I think I'll put on the outside there. And that is my 4th card for today. Okay, so you can see that we've got, move some of this stuff out of the way. My dies, my extra die cut. I've got this one. Okay, I've got this one, this one, and this one. So you can see you can use DSP and just find a sentiment in another stamp set and come up with something really pretty. So I hope you've enjoyed this today. I had fun making these and just thinking a little bit outside the box, so I hope that you'll enjoy maybe trying to recreate them. As I say, there's more details about them on my blog. So I'm going to say goodbye. I can't believe we're in August already, as I said. And I will see you next week, all being well, the 8th of August. Okay, take care, everyone. Bye.